animals on this planet do deserve to live, but other animals on this planet just deserve nothing but pain. And this is kind of a list of those animals in this video. Now, I feel like this one's probably a pretty obvious one, but the dang mosquitoes. Like, what in the world is actually the purpose of this thing? Like, I swear, all they do is just suck your blood and transmit deadly diseases to you. Like, what is this? 700 million people a year get in contact with deadly mosquitoes that bite them and get diseases, and there's more than 1 million deaths a year. Like, they serve no purpose but to be annoying and fly around in your ear. And then you get these guys, like, what do? They can't even bite you, and they're just really annoying. And what are these proportions? Like, are there veins in there? Does this guy even have a soul? No. And, like, how do his legs work? Because they're so tiny. Is there veins in there, or at least nerves in there? So, like, how does that work? And with on the joints, like, do they actually, like, how do they just not fall off or anything? Like, look how big this one is! Like, what do you even do with these things? Like, they're just annoying, and then they'll be, like, in your cars and stuff, and then you'll, like, open all the windows for them to escape, but they'll just sit there and do nothing until you poke them, and they'll just fly around all over your face, and then you're gonna get in a car crash or something. Like, the mosquitoes have no purpose in life, and I wish them nothing but pain. But I feel like the next thing on my list is probably gonna be a wasp. Because, like, what do these things even do? They don't pollinate plants, and they sting you, and they don't have, like, barbed hooks, so they can sting you multiple times. And, like, look at this guy, he's just so angry, and he's hairy. And, like, these guys, you see how far apart is that freaking tail? Like, is that even a tail? Do they even have tails? Like, how does, like, anything go over there? And don't even get me started on the stings, because they actually kind of hurt. But, like, coming in at the number 3 spot, we gotta have the goblin shark. Like, what is this thing? Like, how does that even work? This is not supposed to be a physical animal, I feel like. Like, how is this supposed to even be alive? Like, what are those proportions? And what kind of nose is this? Does that even work? You know, they just kind of look like some very out of proportion baseball bat or something. God, I hate these things. They're so ugly and they don't have any purpose. Like, they are so deep underground, and I bet, like, if they could actually see themselves, they would not want to be alive. I feel like coming in at the number 2 spot, we gotta have the freaking blobfish. Like, what do these guys do? They're just a blob in the ocean. Like, how in the world do they swim, though? Like, look how small those fins are! And these guys just look like some middle-aged man you'd see in the Southwest or something. And do they even have, like, organs or anything, or are they just like a blob of slime? Okay, this guy actually looks kind of funny. He kind of looks like my grandfather, to be honest. I don't know. Which one? I don't know, but he looks a little weird. But they just look like they've seen some stuff. Like, you cannot admit, this guy looks like he's seen some stuff, like some Vietnam War, like some Afghanistan people falling out of a plane, like it's been on the news recently. And, like, they don't deserve to live. Like, what is the purpose of these guys? Like, if they went extinct, I bet no one would even know for about 100 years, because no one actually active goes, like, blobfish hunting. But, like, coming in at the number 1 spot, we probably have the freaking hyenas, because what is this? Like, honestly, this guy is out of his neck makes up half of his body, and his legs are shorter than anything. And, like, the only thing they actually eat is they eat freaking bones. Like, do you ever wonder why the only thing you actually see when there's a dead body or, like, a dead animal or something is the bones? It's probably because you're not actually supposed to eat them. But this menace of an animal somehow actually wants to eat them and make it part of their actual diet.